Tonight, legalised scalping.
I'm pretty angry.
Real tickets for real fans.
At really inflated prices.
I've been ripped off and I feel stupid, you know.
Is it time for the government to pull the plug on FairGo?
Oh, look, I think it's appalling that people are deceived by a website.
Plus,
I'm Jack, I'm 21. I'm Sean, I'm 21.
Hey, I'm Ben, I'm 21.
I'm Colton, I'm 20.
I'm Andrew, I'm 21.
5 lads stranded on a tropical island.
What could go wrong with that?
I wasn't very happy at all.
Devastated when you gotta sort of don't know how you're gonna get home.
And
We're going to have a wee game of Have You Ever?
Sure.
it's confessions from a fast food worker.
Have you ever seen someone drop some food on the floor and then put it back in their meal?
No.
What really goes on behind the counter? Have you ever seen someone spit in someone else's meal?
Welcome to the show. We lead tonight with a scandal that is costing Kiwi music fans a fortune.
Every time a superstar comes to town, whether it's Taylor Swift, Adele, Justin Bieber or Cat Stevens, see how I catered for every demographic there, we are inundated with complaints about online ticket resellers.
A fear of missing out can make people reach deep into their pockets. But how and why is it okay for tickets to be resold at up to 20 times their face value? Here's Anna.
Welcome to the city of discontent. A place where concert goers are getting more and more frustrated with online ticket resellers.
I'm pretty angry.
Shah Tata is a candidate for Mother of the Year. How's this? A couple of months back, she decided to do something special and buy her daughter tickets to next year's Bruno Mars concert.
I was pretty excited to get these tickets for her. She kept harping on about them for the last, like 4 months that we knew that Bruno Mars was coming. Thought, oh, that's going to be a good gift for her, because she graduated from nursing. And, yeah, so just shout the whole family.
But the tickets plus booking fees bought from the FairGo website came at a price.
I just thought when the sale went through, I thought, my God, is he really that much? Is he, Bruno Mars worth that much?
$350 a ticket, then another $300 in booking fees, all charged in Aussie dollars. All up, Shah paid $1,500 when she could have gone to Ticketmaster and got the seats for as little as $99 each.
It looks really legit, honestly, it does. But I was angry because it made me feel like, OK, I've been ripped off and I feel stupid, Like, that's never happened to me before.
Shah Tata might be a first-time victim, but she's just one of hundreds of people up and down the country being taken for a ride by the agency. We get a steady stream of complaints about FairGo, so we decided to go straight to the top, the Minister for Consumer Affairs. But she's never actually used FairGo.
I have not, no.
So you've never bought tickets from it?
No, I've never bought tickets online, actually.
She did have something to say about ticket scalping, though, because we're not the first to question the online resellers' tactics and misleading business practices. In 2011, a British documentary crew went undercover. They caught FairGo staff buying up hundreds of tickets using a wallet full of credit cards, then reselling them for thousands of dollars more than face value.
So we bought them off the Ticketmaster and resold them basically.
Is that what the credit cards were for then, for the buying of the Ticketmaster?
Highly amount.
The undercover sting also revealed the company did backroom deals with promoters, getting batches of tickets direct and selling them at inflated prices to desperate punters keen to see sold-out events.
For very big events, Vienna, Westlife, let's take that, we are getting allocations from the promoter, so we are allowed to sell them on our website with our internal accounts. So on these ones, the seller is basically us.
Oh, look, I think it's appalling that people are deceived by a website, and if it's costing them a lot of money, then that's really concerning to me.
This is FairGo. It looks like any other ticketing website. It even says it's official. You just choose your event and up comes a list of available tickets. But almost immediately, the pressure is on. Other people are looking for the same seats you are. There's only a few tickets left. You're waiting in a queue. Once you're through, tickets start selling all around you. Then there's another queue, warnings, and a clock counting down until you time out. Eventually, you see the final price. Here it is. Only it's not. It's only after you've signed up, added a delivery address and your credit card details that you see the true cost of these tickets. And in some cases, it's nearly doubled.
And I was like, whoa, you know, I thought, no, that's not right. That's almost $400 a ticket. Yeah. So I thought, oh, I might try and go and cancel it if I could. And then it said you couldn't cancel.
Shah still doesn't know the face value of the tickets she's bought. She won't get them until just before the concert next year.
My daughter said to me, look, you know, those tickets are only going for like between $99 and $160, Mum. I mean, you know, that's not even VIP that you've just bought. I was just so angry and really furious, yeah. She felt really sick too.
Remember, Shah's forked out 3 times what these tickets are actually selling for. She was charged a $300 booking fee.
If there is a fee charged as part of the transaction, well, that's got to be up front. And if there's going to be a card transaction fee, then that's got to be a cost recovery, not just a little bit extra on the top for the website.
This is FairGo's founder, Eric Baker, explaining how his website works.
The person who is buying the ticket will get the ticket they ordered, will get it on time.
He says booking fees are
15% to the buyer, 10% to the seller.
But we've done the sums and it's much, much higher if you're buying. You can only see this booking fee once you're at the final hurdle. We think that's drip pricing. It could be misleading and a breach of the law.
Absolutely appalled, because just as you have discovered with me, I'm not somebody who buys tickets online. Well, there are many New Zealanders who don't buy things online, and we need to be sure that they are really well protected.
So, is FairGo misleading customers?
There are a number of potential issues around this website that I think bear looking at closely, and I'm talking about the Fair Trading Act here.
An investigation can't come soon enough for customers like Shah.
Pretty gutted, you know. I just have an average job, You know, I'm not like... Yeah, I don't have a lot of money, so basically our savings, well, my savings have gone on it to pay for it, really. That's what's happened, so I'm kind of really gutted there.
FairGo tickets come from authorised outlets like Ticketmaster, but with someone else's name on it. The company doesn't say it's a reseller anywhere obvious on its website. We think that's misleading advertising. So what's a gal to do? Well, Shah's tried talking to FairGo. They refused to refund her. We tried talking to them too. They never replied. So what's our advice? FairGo? How about Fair-No-Go?
Now, my old mate, Carl Avery from down the road, he got stung. Nitro Circus tickets paid way too much. He was angry, so we sympathise with everyone out there.
Absolutely. FairGo hasn't responded to any of our inquiries, but they might find it a bit harder avoiding the authorities.
Yes. Now, the Minister isn't the only one concerned about the growing number of complaints.
The Commerce Commission has an investigation underway into FairGo. They told us, as this is an active investigation, we are unable to comment further at this time. We also understand that the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission, the ACCC, has an open investigation regarding ticket reselling issues.
And we'll keep you updated, but in the meantime, we suggest you say no to FairGo.
Coming up after the break, stranded on a tropical island. What could possibly be wrong with that?
I didn't really want to have a party back here in town, so I thought, I might as well get the boys and go to Bali and do something different. Oh, yeah, we got a bit of mischief.
It was a dream holiday until they tried to go home.
I wasn't very happy at all. I was keen to get out of there.
And
we're going to have a wee game of Have You Ever?
Sure.
there's some curly questions in this week's FairGo confessional.
Have you ever seen someone spit in someone else's meal?
No.
Last night, we looked at the impacts of technology on all of our lives.
She's a beauty, isn't she? No steering wheel and no pedals. Just 4 comfy seats.
Both the good and the bad.
We'll lose tens of thousands of jobs. How do we deal with that?
Tonight, we're asking big questions about the future of our environment.
Eventually, the world's biggest cities will be underwater.
There are some extraordinary possibilities, but also some huge challenges ahead.
What next? Tonight at 8:30, live here on One and on demand.
How are you enjoying New Zealand?
Who's got their togs?
It was a dolphin.
Wasn't a dolphin.
It was a dolphin.
Wasn't a dolphin.
Well, if it wasn't a dolphin, then it was a penguin.
Win this Mazda BT50 for 6 months. Details on Facebook.
The Beds R Us birthday sale is back and we're giving the gifts to you. There's a whole lot to celebrate with great deals on a huge range of exclusive sleepyhead beds. Hurry into your local store now, only at Beds R Us.
With Avalon Waterways, you'll see river cruising from a whole new point of view. Yours. Views are more epic, spaces are bigger, excursions are more enriching, and the things you want included already are. At Avalon Waterways, we've designed our river cruises to offer you choices, so you have the freedom to personalise your cruise your way. For the best value European river cruising, see your travel agent or visit avalonwaterways.co.nz.
So, Katie, as a health expert and researcher, what's the main thing people want help with?
Sustained energy, without a doubt. We've all got so much going on.
Not easy finding something that helps. So, what do you recommend?
Well, there's been an important global breakthrough in cellular health. It's called MitoQ. It's developed in New Zealand and backed up by 10 years of scientific research.
Right. What does it do?
MitoQ re-energises your body, cell by cell, in a way that wasn't possible before. It's big news. The feedback's been incredible. People are saying they're feeling great now, on top of things. Getting out and about again. More active more often. Your body's got trillions of cells.
That's trillions of reasons to take MitoQ.
It can be life-changing. Just ask your pharmacist or go to mitoq.com.
Just because it's cold out doesn't mean you should stay in. Book your perfect winter escape and enjoy free breakfast and $25 off each night. Only when you book it at AccorHotels.com. Break your winter routine today with AccorHotels.com.
It's compact on the outside, but you should see what's behind it. Fujitsu accredited installers, and they can give you a written guarantee that'll give you the perfect heat for your unique space. Fit a Fujitsu.
There are certain things you don't want to forget, like earning AirPoints dollars at Z, or remembering to fill your tank when it's low. With over 50 partners like Z, you can earn AirPoints dollars at the places you shop every week.
When you build a powerful V6 engine with a class-leading torque rating and so many best-in-class features, you end up with a ute that's something else. The new Volkswagen Amarok V6, beast in class.
Welcome back. Stranded in paradise. What could possibly be wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing. We're talking no phones, no alarm clocks, no shaving, no need to worry about a bad hair day. It's ticking all the boxes.
Yes, but the Robinson Crusoe lifestyle isn't for everyone. An unexpected extension to a holiday can create all sorts of problems. Here's Hannah.
This is the story of 5 lads' big adventure in Bali.
I'm Jack, I'm 21. I'm Sean, I'm 21.
Hey, I'm Ben, I'm 21.
I'm Colton, I'm 20. I'm Andrew, I'm 21.
A bunch of guys from Whanganui.
I enjoy hunting and fishing.
Mad on the outdoors, soaking up new experiences. It was Jack's 21st birthday and his idea.
I didn't really want to have a party back here in town, so I thought I might as well get the boys and go to Bali and do something different.
Thousands of people and just all go all night, really.
Outrageous scooter riding.
Monkey Village. They come up, eat a banana out of your hand and they sit on your head.
Going out to the markets and just buying heaps of fake branded clothing.
All the Aussies, cheap, hotels.
Lots of girls.
Oh, yeah, we got up to a bit of mischief.
After a few days and nights of top-notch cultural experiences, the lads were ready to go home.
We're all pretty worn out from just pretty much not sleeping all night and drinking and kind of just want to just fall asleep on the plane and get home.
But when they arrived to check in with Jetstar at the airport, flight cancelled.
Oh, I wasn't very happy at all. I was keen to get out of there.
It's pretty devastating when you got to sort of don't know how you're going to get home sort of thing.
They'd paid just over $1,000 for their tickets. Now Jetstar was saying it'll be 3 days or more till we can get you home.
I was pretty angry when they told us and there was no solution straight away for it.
They just sort of made us go and sit down and there was a little waiting area there and we probably waited there for, I don't know, 2-3 hours and nothing happens.
We all had to be at work on the Monday.
Now, you may have picked up from the whole hunting, fishing, outdoorsy thing, these are not sit there and take it type lads. These are resourceful, sorted out type lads. And sorted out, they did.
When I said to everyone, oh, well, we'll just find our own way home because everyone needs to be back at work, we're kind of screwed if we're not.
Scaring the airport, we found a flight to Darwin, one way.
Within the hour, they were booked Bali to Darwin. From there, they picked up a Darwin to Auckland flight via Sydney, then to Palmerston North and an hour's drive home to Whanganui. All except Jack, the birthday boy, the last to buy his ticket.
When I went up to pay, she told me that they'd filled up the flight. Yeah, so he missed out on the last flight home.
Jack flew to Sydney with the boys, then he flew solo to Wellington where his parents picked him up.
I was pretty tired by the time I got back, but I was just relieved to be home.
They were refunded about $400 for the cancelled Jetstar flights, but those last-minute tickets through Darwin and Sydney were expensive, $1,100, which left quite a shortfall.
$750.
Travel insurance should cover that.
And we'll just claim it on the travel insurance to get our money back, to cover our costs.
They were kind of like last resort to get the money back since Jetstar didn't.
But their insurance company, Allianz, said there was no cover if a flight was cancelled for mechanical breakdown.
Well, I was pretty disgusted, really, that they found a loophole to get out of it.
Oh, it just wasn't really fair. That's kind of why you get insurance kind of thing.
Again, the lads didn't just roll over, they appealed the Allianz decision, saying it was engineering requirements which caused the cancellation, not specifically mechanical breakdown. But Allianz said, sorry, it's the same thing.
They fought it as hard as they could not to pay out.
Kind of took the vibe out of all the boys, eh? Like, we had a high trip and then there was a big low to it, eh?
They found the policy only paid out for cancellations caused by strike, riot, hijack, civil protest, weather, natural disaster or accident. But airlines cancelling for, say, mechanical or engineering problems, nothing. So, as far as this insurance policy is concerned, what's the point?
Yeah, you would hope so, and some other insurance company would cover you for something that isn't your fault.
The New Zealand Insurance Council says there are travel policies that would have covered the cost of the group flying back with another airline so that they could get to work on time. It's a matter of shopping around and, we'd say, looking very carefully at the exclusions. This experience has left a bitter taste.
It's shocking. It was my first time leaving the country ever, and I probably had the worst experience I ever could have had.
The lads, though, are planning a trip to Phuket next year, this time with a different airline and a different insurance policy. So they're $700 down, yes, but they're most certainly not out.
Oh, great holiday.
They would have had so much fun
Terrible
until
finish.
the end,
Yeah.
yes. And it just didn't sit right with us. So we got in touch with Jetstar and asked exactly what was the cause of the engineering fault.
Oh, yes, and guess what? It was a lightning strike, which I'm pretty sure, I mean, call me silly, but I think that's a weather event.
Indeed, and as we know, weather events are covered by the lads' travel insurance, which means Allianz has to pay out.
The lads took the good news, well, you know, pretty quietly. That's Jack's mum with them. She's the one who got fired up enough to come to FairGo. $700 richer. Looks like this.
Great outcome.
Wish I was there celebrating with you, but I'm not, so wrap it up, or at least you got work tomorrow, so midnight, that's your cut-off.
That's your cut-off. Now, are you sick of spending too much every time you go shopping?
So here's a couple of tips. Leave friends and kids at home because they feed temptation and they could cost you a bundle.
And this is a good one. Fill your wallet with notes. You'll be amazed at how much harder they are to hand over than an EFTPOS card.
Make no mistake, retailers exist to take your money and they're really good at it.
Love it or hate it, shopping is fast becoming a national pastime. But with more stores on the streets and online than ever before, how do retailers get our attention? Come and take a stroll with us as we try our luck at one of our other favourite pastimes. We're going to look at different ways you get lured into buying things.
Do like going to ones when they've got discounts on and save you quite a bit of money. New thing, yes. New thing would capture me.
I like it when shops, I don't know, they make their products look really nice and they present them in an exciting way, and you know they sort of entice you into the shop.
Shopping's a science, you see. It's all about getting us to take the bait.
There's no dyed-in-the-wool rules, but there are ways that we respond in basic human psychology. Marketers begin to hone in on how that works.
Summer Capitan's the type of shopper who buys things to make herself feel good. She's also an expert in all things marketing.
Salesmen know if they say certain words that might get you to respond.
Certain words or certain numbers. $16.95, $9.95, $14.95. There's something a little bit magic about the number 9.
Yes, definitely. Certainly something 99.
It's kind of like a mind trick. Like, yeah, it's 400, actually it's $500.
It makes me think that they should be putting it up for the correct price.
$29.99 when it should just be $30.
It is sneaky, yes.
It might seem like the oldest trick in the book, but we shoppers are drawn to prices with 9 in them. And it's not because we think we're getting a bargain.
We've been conditioned to look for the 9s, and there's something appealing, literally just appealing, as we look at that price that makes us think both it must be specific and anything I bought with 9s has felt good. And somehow, which is because we buy a lot of it, somehow it pulls us toward it. If something's on sale for $49 versus $45, we're more likely to buy it. It does work.
And it's not just the number 9 that pushes our buttons.
Pricing is strategy. So the retailer, the service person, whoever is selling you something needs to decide the best way to present and frame that.
One way to do that is with a technique called price anchoring. Sometimes we find it hard to figure out what something's worth, so we might use another price to give us an idea. This is what I mean. Snapper today, whole snapper, $16.95 a kilo. So that's not too bad, right? But when you compare it to the pure at $9.95 a kilo, it seems like a very good deal. And I have it on good authority that this is good eating too. Once they've fixed the anchor in place, consumers don't want to appear too flashy or too cheap. So for retailers, it's all about finding that pricing sweet spot. Boy, I'm going to grab that one. Thank you.
So somewhere in the middle is always a nice sweet spot. So that's definitely why retailers or food marketers will tend to set the price of their goods that they actually want to unload or sell at the more medium price point.
So how do we avoid falling for these tricks of the trade? Well, by knowing that such tactics exist and resisting the urge to be caught, hook, line and sinker.
That is a very interesting segment, but on to other issues. Your fishing sucks.
Oh, there was a cameraman in the water. There was no fish coming near me.
Oh, excuses. Right, coming up after the break, the hazards of working behind the counter of McDonald's. We're going to have a wee game of Have You Ever?
Sure.
It's confessions from a fast food worker.
Have you ever seen someone spit in someone else's meal?
No.
It's not just the customers getting served.
Have you had things thrown at you?
Yes, burgers, drinks, fries.
Whoa.
A customer came in, walked around the counter and ended up punching me.
Welcome to Sweet Week. Every day you're going to be cooking just desserts.
You're in for a treat.
I'm in heaven.
This week only, 6 nights of MasterChef sweetness.
Sweet Week is going to take it off the Richter.
With this much delicious indulgence.
Oh, hello.
That is a diet-busting hell of a dish.
Everyone's on a sugar high. All new MasterChef Australia. Up next on 1.
Why buy used when you can drive away in a new Suzuki with no deposit from just $69 per week, complete with a 5-year warranty package? Own the new Suzuki you've always wanted at 3.9% interest and from just $69 per week. See suzuki.co.nz for details.
I can increase airflow, reduce yucky condensation, transfer cosy air from this room to my bedroom.
Smart Vent Synergy is our new energy recovery ventilation system. It transforms the air quality inside your home.
Just like magic.
Smart Vent. Homes are better with better air.
Feeling caught out by high credit card interest rates? Introducing New Zealand's Fair Rate credit card with the lowest bank rate for both purchases and cash withdrawals. Fair Rate, no catch. Apply for the Fair Rate credit card online.
Escape to Vanuatu with Hello World. Enjoy a blissful break from just $849 flying Air Vanuatu from Auckland. Or relax in luxury with the kids from $799 per person. Contact Hello World today.
So what's the best cover, Dave? Well, I reckon you need... I've got 3,000, 3.5.
Your thoughts, Dave?
Well, the best thing you could do is...
So what's the biggest risk then, Dave?
Well, the main thing is...
For advice worth listening to, talk to the insurer who covers more rural New Zealanders than anyone else, FMG. Ask around about us, or better still, give us a call.
Guess how much you could save on your annual electricity bill if you switch to a different power company?
Maybe a few dollars?
$50. Not enough to bother, I reckon.
Is there more than one power company?
Nothing, mate. They're all the same.
Well, hopefully not a lot. I just switched last week.
Ooh, I've heard of people saving up to $40.
Now guess how much time it takes to check. Look at that. 2 minutes. For independent advice on how much you could save, go to whatsmynumber.org.nz.
The new Ram Heavy Duty. With nearly 7-ton towing capacity. It makes everything else seem like child's play.
Show me the money, come on. Show me.
Do you have to file annual tax returns? Meeting your tax obligations is easy and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Go online now to Woohoo.
Show me the money.
Since 1991, we've been helping Kiwis into homes. And since 2011, we've been helping Kiwis out of homes. We'll never be New Zealand's oldest real estate company, but I promise you we will try harder. Try us, you'll like us.
Next, the battle for success just got a whole lot sweeter as the judges kick off Sweet Week in MasterChef. On 2, someone's about to be blindsided, see who's the target in Survivor New Zealand. And on Duke, it's sick, twisted and politically incorrect. Get your dose of Family Guy. Plus on demand from pilot errors, technical snags and conspiracies. See the lessons learned from some of the world's worst in air crash disaster.
Welcome back. Ever wondered what really goes on behind the fast food counter?
Yes, I have. Frequent customer. Now, we've all heard the horror stories, but do restaurant workers really serve up revenge and spit in your food if you annoy them? In the FairGo confessional this week is a man who's worked for the world's most popular fast food franchise for many years. He's worked in several McDonald's and knows how the operation works. Hello.
Hi there.
I'm going to call you Ronald if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
You work at McDonald's?
I do.
Is the food any good?
It's reasonably good.
What's the worst part of your job?
Dealing with customers, definitely. Any type of complaint. Yes, you do get the odd customer that's nice about it. Otherwise, generally, a lot of the time, customers can be angry or whatnot, and they take everything out on you.
Ronald will tell us about the customers soon, but first, we're going to have a wee game of Have You Ever?
Sure.
Have you ever seen someone spit in someone else's meal?
No.
Have you ever seen someone drop some food on the floor and then put it back in their meal?
No.
Is there pig's fat in the milkshake?
No, there isn't.
How long would a burger sit under the heat lamps before you throw it out?
Generally about 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Normally, everyone's order is made to order. However, when you get customers that place an order and then start cancelling items, we'll keep a burger there for about 5 minutes, as long as it's of decent quality.
Have you ever given anyone free food?
If I'm dealing with an order that hasn't been assembled correctly as a sorry gift, I occasionally will do.
Does everyone get free food if you make a mistake?
No.
How do you decide?
It's how the customer confronts us about the issue. If you're screaming at us, we won't even bother trying to make you feel any better. We'll just give you the food to get rid of you. If you're nice and calm about everything, we'll be more than happy to chuck in an extra fries or something.
Ronald has worked all sorts of hours for McDonald's. He says the overnights are when things get crazy. Have you ever been yelled at work?
Many times.
What do they say?
I've had people swearing at me, threatening me.
Have you had things thrown at you?
Yes, burgers, drinks, fries.
Whoa, it doesn't sound fun.
It's not the best when you come home smelling of Big Mac sauce.
Has it been worse?
Yeah, there has been worse. I have been assaulted one time. A customer came in, didn't like how we're meant to do things, and then walked around the counter and ended up punching me.
Do people lose it in front of their kids?
Yes, I've had parents swearing at me, yelling at me, almost trying to make the biggest thing that they can.
How clean is McDonald's?
Depends which part you're talking about. The bathrooms, they can be pretty dodgy. I've seen everything from urine, feces, dirty nappies, syringes on the floors.
Jeepers.
Otherwise, out the back where everything happens, we keep that reasonably clean, as making sure all our health and safety policies are adhered to.
Wow, so a lot of burgers were purchased in the filming of that story. I didn't eat one. Junk-free June, body's a temple.
Not convinced I believe that confession. We were keen to hear from McDonald's too, and this is what they had to say.
Yeah, they told us that we take the safety of our staff extremely seriously and have a range of procedures in place to provide a safe work environment, including extra security for late nights over weekends. Any incidents like that described would be investigated with staff offered support if required.
Which is very good to hear. Now, confessions, we are keen to hear more.
Oh, are you a school bus driver?
Oh, yes. Caterer,
Yes.
cleaner.
Oh, yeah, work on an airplane, up and down the aisles. That's the one.
Fantastic. Anyone involved with a wedding, contact us and tell us your confession. So that is the show, but we will be on Facebook for the next half hour to answer your questions.
Yeah, our program is all about your problems, concerns, queries. If you've got a gripe, let us know. We're here to listen.
Yes, join us on Facebook or you can email us, fairgo@tvnz.co.nz, or write to us, private bag 92038 Auckland 1142.
That's our show. Until next week.
Good night.